Hey people, so let's go right into the tutorial. I'm going to start with choosing the right size tip. This tip is the size I have chosen for this nail. It fits perfectly on the nail and is aligned with the sides of my nail bed. This next tip would be too large. The sides are wider than my nail bed and would be resting on the skin. So the next tip is too small. It does not reach either end of the nail bed unless I press down on it. That would squeeze the nail bed and it would pop off. So I'm going to go ahead and apply the first tip that fit perfectly. If you want to learn about nail prep, hit the link in the left-hand corner to my previous video where I show you two separate ways to prep your nails for acrylic and polygel nail product. So now I'm going to add my glue to my nail tip, and I'm going to take that tip and I'm going to swipe it across the edge of my nail a couple of times to spread the glue. Make sure it's nice and even. Once it's even, then I'm going to press down and hold the tip there for a few seconds to let the glue set. And once it's set, I'm going to squeeze the sides of the nail tip just to make sure it's in place. Now I'm going to go ahead and trim the tip to the length that I am comfortable with. Once I do that, I'm going to go ahead and pinch the tip to give it a nice C curve. So now I'm taking my 180 grit file and I'm going to go ahead and contour the tip a little bit. The reason I do this is because once I add the polygel, it's going to add a little bulk, and this will save me some time filing. With that same 180 grit file, I'm going to use that to file down the part of the tip that's on the nail bed, and that's going to create a nice smooth surface for our polygel. Please keep in mind that we only want to file the nail tip, not the nail bed. So now I'm going to go ahead and take the shine off of the nail tip, and that's going to create a secure bond between the polygel and the nail tip. So now that I've cleaned all the filing dust away, I'm now going to go ahead and use my primer, and I'm going to add 2 coats of this primer to my nail bed. This only needs to go on the natural nail and not the tip. Next, I'm going to apply 1 thin layer of base gel, and just like the primer, I only need to apply this to the natural nail bed. And then I'm going to cure that for 60 seconds in an LED lamp. Now I'm adding about a pea-sized amount of polygel to my nail, and with a dampened brush, I'm going to go ahead and push and press the polygel across my nail and the tip. The goal here is to cover the nail bed and the tip evenly with the polygel. We don't want the polygel to reach the cuticle. We want to leave a nice space in between, and that's going to help prevent lifting and to also create a nice neat nail. And as we're pressing and pushing the polygel down the nail, we want to make sure that it's aligned with the shape that we want and that there aren't any lumps or too thin sides or thick sides. We want to make sure everything's nice and neat and that we have a nice little apex. And once you're satisfied with the shape of the polygel, you're going to go ahead and cure that for 60 seconds in an LED lamp. You know, the great thing about polygel is there is no time limit. You can press and push the polygel as long as you need to and work with it to get the shape that you want. And that's the wonderful part about it. That's what I like about it, and I think that's what a lot of people like about polygel. And also, all products that I'm using today are going to be listed in the description box below. With that same 1/8 grit file, I'm now going to contour and shape my nail. I'm going to start around the cuticle area, make sure it's nice and smooth and flat, and that's going to also help again with preventing lifting. I'm going to contour the sides, make sure that everything's nice and neat and the same shape, there's no bulk or lumps or bumps. And to help me do that, I'm going to look down the barrel of the nail. That really helps with checking to make sure that the nail is nice and even. You don't want one side to be higher than the other. You want it to be nice and even and shaped nicely. This process can be time consuming, but in the end it's so worth it because you have a nice tapered, contoured nail. Okay, so now that my nail is nice and clean, I'm going to add a thin layer of matte top coat by Beetles gel polish, and I'm going to cure that for 60 seconds in an LED lamp. To finish off this nail, I'm going to add a little coconut oil to my cuticle area, and that's it guys. What do you think? I hope you enjoy watching my video. I hope that you learned something today. If you did, give it a thumbs up. For more videos from me, subscribe to my channel. I have way more videos coming up soon. Take care of yourself and those beautiful nails, and I hope I see you in the next video. Bye!